Welcome to Turks Who Eat. This week, we're on the Cesme Peninsula, which is an area along the Aegean Sea, close to Izmir, that's full of really cute towns and beautiful beaches. We're checking out Alacati, Cesme, and we'll even take a day trip to the ancient city of Ephesus. And we're going to show you all of the best things that we ate along the way. Stick around to find out which dish was our favorite. Let's start off with some great kebabs. We are heading to
a restaurant called Mehmet Ali Kebab House, which is fun that it's called Mehmet, but it looks really good. It has a lot of good ratings, so we're gonna head there now, and Bindi's coming with us. Let's go eat.
This place is a real gem and a must visit if you're in Alacati. It's a family-run place, and you can see your kebabs being expertly grilled right in front of you. These are some truly excellent kebabs. I mean, our bar is high for kebabs, and these are ridiculously delicious. The menu is small, which allows everything to be done perfectly. I went with the Adana kebab, and Mehmet tried the slightly spicier Urfa kebab. Both of these are so good. They are made from a mixture of lamb and beef combined with spices, skewered, and grilled over an open flame. The end result is a tender, juicy kebab with a slight char that is just amazing. These are served atop thin lavash bread that is perfect for gathering up all of the delicious juice, as well as some onions and parsley tossed with sumac and a grilled tomato. The combination of the smoky char, the spices, and the soft bread makes for a perfect bite. The town of Alacati is a real paradise for food lovers like us because it's so full of different types of restaurants. You can find everything from a casual spot to grab a quick bite to sit-down places full of Mediterranean specialties. Also, this town is just so aesthetically cute. It's almost like it was made for Instagram. We're back in the town of Alacati tonight for dinner. We had to drive here again because, of course, we can't get a taxi with Bindi. Parking here is a bit insane, so wouldn't recommend driving if you don't have to. We ended up finding a lot, paying 250 Turkish liras to park, which is pretty expensive, to be honest. But now we're here and ready for dinner.
Yeah, we're going to a place called Fava, Alacati. It looks like it has good reviews. It's a Meze restaurant, it looks like, so let's go see what they got. Let's go eat.
Our dinner at Fava was definitely worth the trouble of driving into town. Fava is a buzzing restaurant serving up some really spectacular meze. We started off with a bunch of the small dips, which were honestly all delicious. One of the standouts was the Alacati Rüzgarı, which directly translates to Alacati's wind, a meze made from artichoke, green apple, mint, pistachio, honey, and apricots. It was light and refreshing, slightly earthy, yet slightly sweet, and definitely one of the more unique mezes we've ever tried. We also ordered a couple of their hot dishes. We had some shrimp that were super plump and fresh, cooked with mushrooms and peppers, which were great, but our final dish was so indulgent and tasty. It was called Fuente and is made from pastirma, a dried beef that they refer to as Turkish bacon. It's combined with bechamel sauce, mozzarella, and sun-dried tomatoes, then breaded and perfectly fried to create this dish which is crunchy, soft, salty, cheesy, and gooey all at the same time. Honestly, it's hard to do it justice with words, you just have to try it. After dinner in Alacati, take some time to wander down the narrow streets and check out the many local shops. Or maybe treat yourself to some ice cream. This place really comes alive at night. Not far from Alacati is the town of Cesme. This morning we're here in Cesme, which was about like a 15-minute drive from Alacati. We are going to check out the castle here and check out this town.
Yeah, let's go eat.
Cesme is beautiful, with a relaxed vibe, a large marina, and a castle dating back to the 1500s, which offers some amazing views of the coastline. We stopped for lunch at a restaurant called Fuente, which overlooks the marina. We went a little non-traditional here and tried a pistachio gnocchi, which ended up being such a good choice. We love gnocchi, but it's not something we would typically order in Turkey. However, since it has pistachios in it, it sounded really interesting and we definitely wanted to try it. The gnocchi was soft and tender, and it was served with a super rich, creamy, and nutty pistachio sauce. I can definitely see us attempting to recreate this dish back at home. While you're out exploring this region, you have to visit the beaches. Cesme is known for having some of the best beaches in Turkey, and it's easy to understand why. Water here is so calm and clear, and the beaches are long and sandy, giving you plenty of room to stretch out. This is definitely a great spot for a leisurely beach vacay. Lounging on the beach always makes us hungry though, so we had to take a break from our beach day to go grab some food. Luckily, we found a great spot just a few minutes walk away from the beach called Altin Kapi restaurant, where we had some delicious pide and lahmacun. Pide is a Turkish flatbread that comes with many varieties of fillings. Today, we went with cheese and mushrooms. As you probably remember from our previous videos, lahmacun is another type of flatbread topped with minced meat, peppers, and onions. Both of these are delicious and brought us back to life after spending a few hours in the hot sun. We hope you're enjoying the video. We're Alex and Mehmet from Turks Who Eat, and along with our dog Bindi, we bring you a new food adventure every week. Subscribe so you never miss out. There's one more spot in this region you should definitely check out, which is the ancient city of Ephesus. Dating back to at least 1000 BC, Ephesus is a hugely important historical place, and visiting it is truly an amazing experience. There's so much we could go into about Ephesus, but since we bring you videos on food, we're going to share a hidden spot that you should definitely visit after exploring this amazing ancient city. While there are some food options right outside of the entrance to Ephesus, as with most touristy places, they're pretty expensive and not the best food that you can get. If you drive along the road outside Ephesus for just about 5 minutes, you'll reach Ankara Yeri, a discreet little spot serving up delicious gozleme. These super thin sheets of dough are stuffed with your choice of fillings, including cheese, potatoes, and spinach, before being lightly fried in a large pan. The outside has a slight crunch, and the cheesy inside is soft and delicious. This is definitely the spot to replenish after a day of exploration. Like most places we've been with Bindi so far in Turkey, this area is also pretty dog-friendly. Similar to what we experienced in Istanbul, it's basically impossible to find a taxi that will take her, so we had to drive most places. While most of the beaches had no dog signs, we did see a number of dogs on the beach anyway, and no one seemed bothered when we grabbed a spot in the back away from anyone. Bindi was allowed to visit the Cesme castle as long as she wore a muzzle and didn't go inside any of the exhibits. The main part of the castle is outside anyway, so this wasn't a problem. To our surprise, she was also allowed inside Ephesus and could explore the entirety of the ruins along with us. To be honest, there are strays inside anyway, so it would seem weird to say that dogs aren't allowed here. When doing our research, we had read that there are so many strays in Ephesus that it would actually be really difficult to explore it with your own dog, but our experience was overall pretty good. There are strays, but just like everywhere in Turkey, knowing how to interact with them and being confident that your dog won't start any trouble is key to having a positive experience. We honestly encountered fewer and nicer strays inside Ephesus than we did wandering around the towns of Alacati and Cesme. You should note that this region does get very hot in the summer, so if you're traveling with a pet during the summer months, definitely plan ahead to bring some water and find some shade. This region of Turkey is truly just so beautiful. The small towns filled with restaurant gems, the history, the picture-perfect beaches, all of this makes the Cesme Peninsula a super popular destination for people from all over the world. So what was our favorite dish? Once again, we're split here. Mine was the Adana kebab from the Mehmet restaurant. Since I tried to be as vegetarian as possible, I saved my meaty meals for things that are really going to be worth it, and this kebab was definitely worth it. It was just so perfectly grilled, with the right blend of spices and super juicy. Mehmet's favorite was the pistachio gnocchi. He said this was a hard decision since he loves kebabs as well. but the combination of gnocchi and pistachio in this dish really blew him away. The creamy texture of the gnocchi paired with the perfectly rich, nutty flavor of the pistachios made this a really unique dish. Next up, we're heading over to Marmaris, another town along the Aegean Sea, and we have some really special food finds to share with you. We always appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe so you never miss out on our adventures.